following is a presentation of the Trojan Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Marion Health pregame show, catching up with Taylor men's basketball head coach Josh Andrews. Before we jump in to the hoopage of everything, it's been super cold here the past few days. It's now a balmy 20 degrees outside, so people are wearing shorts and tank tops. But what's your favorite thing to do on days like we've seen the last couple of days when you and the family are trying to stay warm inside the Andrews compound?
Oh, we have a gas fireplace. We turn that on.
It's a high.
Yes, the high. Drink a hot cup of coffee. Play a lot of ball with my son. Occasionally play little cards with my children. And I like to cook, so I'll make some food for the family. But it's nice at times just to kind of be locked in, be a family.
So what are you making on a cold day like that? Is there a go-to?
I got two meals that are unique to my skill set that I would say they're worthy. One is a homemade potato soup, really good on a cold day, and honey beef lettuce wraps, kind of like a P.F. Chang's type appetizer. I like to make those. So when I got to have the time to do it, but crowd favorite, Andrew's household.
Good to know. Chef Andrews cooking all the time, whether it's scouting reports or in the kitchen.
There you go.
Wire-to-wire win for you guys on Saturday at Goshen. Speaking of cooking, 79-71 final. What stood out to you about your guys' performance?
Good to get a road win, and I don't care their record. They're dangerous. Their guards are skilled. They know how they play. They just haven't won with it. So I was proud of our guys. We took care of the basketball, and proud of that. We need to take care of the ball. That might be at the top of every scouting report right now. When we're turning it over, we don't have good outcomes, and we don't have enough possessions or the way we're built to be able to overcome being loose with the ball. So we just got to take care of the basketball like we did. We weathered a run when we had gone cold, made some timely extra passes and big shots down the stretch of that game that created a little separation. I also like the way we adjusted, went zone a little bit late, and seemed to stymie Goshen. Got some stops, so it helped create that separation. But good win for us, and we built off of it.
Caden Furman and Jackson Olin both had at least 20 points in that game. The majority of Olim's points coming in the second half. Let's talk about him first. He's been inserted in the starting lineup. He's averaging over 13 points a game in those 4 starts. He's shooting over 40% from both the field and three-point range by a wide margin above that 40-point mark. What do you think of his play from the last 2 weeks since getting the nod to the starting lineup?
Yeah, no, proud of him. He's handled his role well both years, and we've used him in different ways. But his consistency, his care level, the way he invests in the game, he's a student of the game, and he's a coach on the floor. And now being able to, at least starting with Saturday with J-Lou, playing one, which we're doing here against Huntington, at least out of the gates, take some of the ball handling wear and tear off of Olam, lets him be a little more focused on getting his feet set, being in positions to make shots, and he's a knockdown. He's got good confidence, and he feeds that confidence from the time he puts on his own. So he's a worker, and I'm excited for him, and he's doing all the right things. So it's been key for us as we keep developing this team, and he needs to continue doing it.
Furman led the way with 22 points. He scored inside and outside. How important is it to him to continue to keep being that 3-level scorer that we've seen for good stretches at times this season?
Yeah, and that continues to morph, and you and I have talked about that. He's so much more than a three-point shooter, even though he's a gifted three-point shooter. He's a great athlete. I think back to that Spring Arbor offensive rebound putback. Kind of got people out of the seats. With his athleticism and touch around the rim. So we've got to continue to craft action and calls to put him in those spots, but a lot of it is his doing and the mentality. He had 2 different pins or double away on the perimeter that he turned down. He curled to the rim for scores in traffic on Saturday, which is a skill set that we know he has, and we want to see him do more of it. And I'd like to see him get to the free throw line more because he's got he's money there. But proud of the way he stayed with it and the way he keeps finding solutions for elite defenders and scheming, against his skill set night in, night out.
We're joined by Taylor men's basketball head coach Josh Andrews before they take on Huntington here tonight, second to last game of the first go-around in the Crossroads League. The Foresters tied for fourth. It all starts and stops with Zach Goodline for them. He became another man in the Crossroads League. Now over 60 men have scored at least 2,000 points in their time in the league. What do you try to do to slow him down, a guy that you've seen now plenty over the last couple of years?
You know, he's a winner, so we could trap him all over and do those kind of things, and he will make you pay. So you have to have a balance, and we've learned that with him as a staff and preparing your guys. We need him, starting with him, but him and Sparks both to have to volume shoot, and it's got to be tough takes. So we talk that a lot. Got to be a tough take. And what's difficult about double trouble from Huntington is they take and make tough shots. So you got to fight to get them out of rhythm. We may throw different bodies at both guys throughout the night, and as a staff, we may need to adjust how we guard ball screens or specific action, but we'll do that and feel it as we go. We've had plenty of games last 3-4 years where we've gotten that right. It's given us success. We've had some times that it hasn't, and the concerning thing is when it's not right, they play and they come at you in waves, and they can score a tidal wave of scoring, and then they get rolling, and now everybody's in on it. So being steady, being under control, taking care of the ball, tough takes is the recipe for us tonight for success.
We thank Taylor head coach Josh Andrews for his time before tonight's ball game. One change to the Trojan starting lineup. Caleb Hodson, the 6'10 senior transfer out of Central Michigan, out tonight with both an upper and lower body injury. Also Carson Miller out tonight with a lower body injury as well. So the Trojans going with the starting lineup they had on Saturday: Anton Webb, Grant Niehaus, Jackson Lewis, Jackson Olam, and Caden Furman. Landon Jordan for Huntington and Anton Webb for Taylor Jump. It's won by Huntington, but tapped by Huntington, but controlled by Jackson Lewis. And the Trojans have the opening possession. They go from left to right in white with purple numbers and purple letters in the gray trim. Huntington defends in the man-to-man. They're in black with the green numbers and the green letters. Niehaus, head fake as Jordan switched on a screen, poked away from behind. Webb saves a deflection off to Furman on straightaway. Right edge Niehaus driving, got away, but then the younger Goodline took it away. Still loose, and Jordan gives way to the far side of the floor to picked up by Lane Sparks. So Taylor gives it away on their opening possession. If they would have gotten a shot, it would have been a quick one. It was on, the shot clock was dwindling. Sparks fakes to his left, goes to his right. The lefty pulls up and gets a jump shot up over Niehaus on the right in front of the rim. Good start here for HU as they come out of the gates 2-0, almost a minute into the opening half. Olam on a handoff Niehaus screen, three spins off the front of the rim. Olam scored over half of his 20 points, 14 of them to be exact in the second half Saturday at Goshen. Sparks of the floor, near side in black. The lefty rises from 18, and he's 2 of 2 to start. Personal floater now with a mid-range fall away Jay. Sparks was the key reason that Huntington played for the Crossroads League Tournament Championship a year ago, defeating Taylor by a slim margin in the tournament semifinals. Lewis thought about skipping into a left side three. The much taller Jordan there defending. Webb defends Goodline on a switch. Lewis trying to use his speed to get around Jordan. He did, drew 2 defenders. Right side Olam 3, and it's down the middle of the hoop. Olam making his 5th straight start, his 7th of the season, and Taylor right back to within 1 after canning a triple. 90 seconds in, Goodline, who just passed over 2,000 career Huntington points a few ball games ago, goes to Jackson Paul. He rises from the league logo. It caught at the front of the rim and bounced in as Huntington starts 3 of 3 to start. First 4 from Sparks, 5 and 6 come from Paul. 3-point lead. Webb spins on Jordan, double team. Back to Olam, trying to go 2 of 2 from 3. Cannot. This one off the back of the rim from the right side, and it's hauled in by the younger Goodline. That's Drew. Over to big brother Zach, who's in his graduate season. Drew drives and back to older brother Zach Goodline. 55 in black. Can't knock home a left side high 3, and Webb has the rebound for Taylor. Trojans still down by a triple. They've trailed by as many as 4, have not led in the early going. Webb fires at left edge to Furman, and then between the circles and Lewis. Back to Olam, baseline right drive on Paul, back to Webb. Jordan dares him to take a 3, Webb does, and this time Jordan gets the better of Webb as he misses a 3 long. Taylor 1 of 4 from range. The only make is Olam's, and that's the only points that Taylor has so far as they trail 6-3. Z Goodline around to Jordan screen, dribbling between the legs. Off-target pass, Niehaus couldn't gather it in, so Jordan groups and spins from the right elbow. Right-hand floater off the back of the rim, and another rebound in there for Taylor's Anton Webb. 3 minutes into half number 1, Taylor goes from left to right. Lewis blow-by drive, and then Jordan pinned it off the glass.
Wonderfully done by Jordan to take an easy 2 away from the Trojans as Paul wheels underneath the hoop with a behind the back bounce to the wide open Landon Jordan, who's right there from the left edge to put it in. A pretty bounce pass from Paul. Wrapped it around his back with his right hand as Webb was defending him. Jordan was wide open, and that might be the easiest 2 of the night for 23 in black. 5-point lead for Huntington, their biggest of the night. Furman trying to make it a 2-point deficit. He cannot with a 3 from the high left side as Taylor starts 1 of 5 from long range. Huntington in black from right to left. Good line around the Jordan screen. Bumped by Lewis at the top of the key. Step back, left side high. Z, good line, drains a triple. And he looks back at his bench and starts to give him some life. Second triple of the night for Huntington. They start 2 of 3 from deep and 6 of 8 from the floor. They've opened up an 8-point lead at 11-3. Lewis dives, knifes his way in. Olam has the only point so far for Taylor, and that continues as he cans another right side 3. It's Jackson Olam 6. No one else in the purple and white have any points, but Taylor's got it down to a 5-point hole. Z Goodline weaves, falls away from 8, and he hits that one clean. Was named one of the top 100 players for the Bevo Francis Award that goes to the best non-Division I men's basketball player in the country. One of only a couple of Crossroads League players on that mark, as Goodline's made that top 100 cut a couple times. Webb powers in over the smaller defender, couldn't get it to go. That was Sparks, but Webb regathers himself and thunders it home with a 2-hand flush. Trojans back to within 5, down 13-8, 4.5 minutes gone here in the first half. Good line around the high middle Jordan screen on the left edge up top. Thought about a step back 3, didn't let her fly. Paul gives off to Jordan, left block, got his way in, got Webb's hands caught in his arms, and it's an and 1 coming here for Landon Jordan. First on Anton Webb, first on the Trojans. As Landon Jordan's got 4 early points here for HU. He's the 6'9 junior, weighing 210 pounds out of Cherubusco, Indiana. At the line for 1, too strong. And another first half rebound for Webb, that's 4. But the Trojans have made just 3 of their first 9 baskets. Huntington on the other end, shooting the nets off the rim to our left. They've made 7 of their first 9 tries. They lead by 7. Taylor with the ball, 5 minutes into the first half. Skipping far side of the Trojans against the Huntington zone. Furman can't cash a left wing 3. He starts 0 of 2. Taylor 2 of 7 from 3-point land. Z Goodline up the floor, weaves and dance, step back, left side 3, Lewis contest, missed off the near side, hits off the baseline and out of bounds, and Taylor's gonna get it back after this media timeout. 14:42 left to play in the first half, all Huntington out of the gate as they made 7 of the first 10 shots, and they lead by 7 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
94-98, and it was a very transformational time for me and my wife that went to Taylor as well. And for us, Taylor, I kind of look at Taylor as a place you go, not to go get a job after 4 years, but it really is like a 40-year preparation of your life. And I tell my Taylor stories all the time to the point where my employees are probably sick of it. I kind of look at the basketball team and I look at Josh and I think he's the right guy, and I like to support the right guy. I think the core of what they have is really good. Josh has been developing men, and I think that's really important at a school like a Taylor, to think of it as winning basketball games and competing at a high level, but also developing people so that they can go on to the world and make things happen. I look at the student experience at Taylor right now. It's as high as it's ever been. It's off the charts. And so when I think about prospective kids and the kids that we have, I look at it and say, you can't beat a good program with a really good school.
The Montage Financial Group at UBS is the official sponsor of Taylor University men's basketball. .14 and change left to play first half. Webb knifes away. Ball knocked out of his hands by Goodline. Will look to be the second dunk of the night for Webb. Isaiah Day has come in for Taylor off the bench. No change to the starting 5 for Huntington. And Landon Jordan executes on a mismatch against the shorter Caden Furman. Hope floats home a right-hand baseline. little fall away. 6 for Landon Jordan, and another and one opportunity coming for the big man. Not a good free throw shooter, just 54% as we missed his first one of the night. But has an opportunity to put Taylor down by 10 for the first time this evening. He cannot, missing it long, and Webb has rebound number 6. But Anton just 1 for 4 to start here in the early going. Taylor just 3 for their first 11, with Olam having 6 of their 8 points on 2 threes. He's got it here, tries to shake away from Goodline, did, but Jordan comes in and denied an open look at 3. Down low while all that was happening, Zach Goodline with a big mismatch against the much taller Webb gets called for a hook. First on Goodline, one of the perennial top scorers in the Crossroads League, and now his 4th season wearing the black tonight, but normally the green and white of Huntington. It's his first, the team's first, as Wes Hunt has come in for TU. His baseball teammates enjoying the warmth of Arizona as they flew out there Thursday. They'll like that because their buddy just put it off the glass on the baseline inbounds from Jackson Lewis. Hunt had all 12 of his points in the first half on Saturday, missed on the other end by Huntington, and Hunt, has the miss. 6 minutes and change into the opening half. Taylor with the rock down 7. Olam pings it to the corner, near side Furman, defended by the younger Goodline. That's Drew. Poking at it, D. Goodline. Furman dives on the floor. He clips Paul, and Furman just picked up foul number 2. Three fouls, 2 of them on Furman, one of the top 3 scorers for the Trojans this year. Actually, they're the top scorer at 14 a ball game, but is yet to score here tonight. 7-point lead and a moving screen got Zach Goodline free, fakes a Jackson Paul, and that denied an open look at 3 for the always dangerous Goodline, the former Oakland Golden Grizzly. Webb back on for Taylor, replacing Furman. So the Trojans go with the 2 Jacksons, Olam and Lewis, Isaiah Day, Anton Webb, and Wes Hunt. Hunt and Day, the only 2 non-starters out there for TU. Lewis open left side, 3 over Z Goodline, spun her off the rim. D Goodline has the rebound near side for Huntington. So it's the Goodlines. Gage McGuire, who just came in as he penetrates the left side arc. Lane Sparks back out there. D Goodline measures a 3 and he hits that one. First basket of the night for D Goodline, and it's up to a 10-point lead for Huntington, their first 10-point lead of the night. They're up 20-10, 7 minutes into the first. Day on the right side screen, into Hunt, defended by Sparks and D Goodline. Day against Z Goodline, jump stop, weak side pass Webb, nice head fake, and a flyby allows a 2-hand dunk from Webb. Day with a nice find. It was McGuire that was sneaking from behind, trying to get a block. Webb felt it and had him go soaring through the air. 12.5 to go, first half. Huntington's led the entire way. Paul measuring a 3. Nope, off the right side rim. One-hand rebound down low for Taylor's Anton Webb. Lewis and White up the far sideline for Taylor. They trail by 8. Lewis got to the baseline left, double team there, into the paint. Hunt goes up for a strong 2. Deterred away by McGuire, tapped out to Z Goodline of Huntington. He is as quick as a hiccup as he flies up the far sideline. Dancing with Lewis to D Goodline, 2-on-1 as he got away from Taylor's Wes Hunt. Back out to big brother Zach. Fakes to his right, still doesn't use his dribble, now fakes and drives. Right down the lane, through 2 defenders. Hunt deterred it, then Day comes in and blocks the shot, but it lands right in the hands of McGuire, who softly lays it home with a right hand. Zach Goodline had that shot blocked twice, first from Hunt and then Day, but McGuire with that finely coiffed hair is able to float it home and put Huntington back up by 10, 22-12. 11:40 and winding here in the first half. Tiptoes to Webb, down to Day, right side. D Goodline knocked it free, and then he gets called for make it a traveling violation on Day. Joel Dyer, the man from Adelaide, Australia, comes in to spell the Player of the Year candidate, Zach Goodline. With 21 points tonight, Goodline can climb even higher on the Huntington all-time scoring list. The only 2,000-point scorer of the 7 in Huntington that has 500 assists. McGuire, the Coldwater, Michigan native, off to D Goodline. Now McGuire gets it back on the right baseline. His first season for Huntington. Backing down Hunt, spins to the right baseline, no good, and another first-half rebound for Webb. He's got 8, 10 of them belong to Huntington. So Webb trying to keep pace with Huntington all by himself. Olam, tight walk, tight ropes, the far sideline, pulls up from the left baseline, couldn't get her to go. And another rebound for Huntington as the Foresters gallop from right to left. D Goodline, Lane Sparks, a long three is no good, and another soaring one-hand rebound is the property of Taylor's Anton Webb. Flying skip pass, Jackson to Jackson, Lewis to Olam, who almost fumbled it but gathered it back in, got to the right block. Now ball reversed to the left side of the floor as Webb dribbles out of trouble. A double team there, flings it near side as Olam has momentum, carry him out of bounds, and he was able to save the high pass from soaring into Rose 2-1. One good line for the other. Drew out, Zach in. And Cade Brenner on for the first time for HU. He's a 6'3 freshman from New Paris, Indiana. Played for one of the better teams in Northern Indiana a year ago, Northwood High School. As Dyer runs the show here for HU. They lead by 10, 22-12, turns the corner, and he stepped out of bounds. But before he did, he was ushered that way by Taylor's Isaiah Day. A little too physical as the freshman trying to cut him off on the right baseline. That's the fourth one on Taylor here in the first half. Day back to the bench as Caden Furman comes in to spell him. Sparks defended by Webb all the way out near the top of the key. One pitch out to Brenner, now far side Dyer. Huntington leading by 10, 22-12. They've shot the ball beautifully here in the first half. McGuire spins off the high glass, good defense, Hunt, and Webb gets his 10th rebound of the first half. Trying to get the offense to match up the rebounding prowess for one and white tonight. So Trojans have made just 5 of their first 16 shots. Huntington on the other side, 10 of 19. Niehaus bouncing to Webb, turns to face the basket, double team, throw right into traffic, stolen by Z Goodline. Out and running on a 1-on-2, Euro step off balance, and a floater is too easy there for Zach Goodline. Not an easy shot that he made look incredibly easy, as Huntington takes their biggest lead of the night of 12. So we dip below 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Quick double team on Webb from Z Goodline. Anton dribbles out to the near side. Hunt open down low. Niehaus found him, and Hunt put it in. Second field goal for Wes Hunt. Good job by the Trojans to find the soft spot and the quick double teams on Webb. Just the 6th made basket for Taylor. Huntington's got 11 of them, including 2 threes. Z Goodline turns the corner, got into the paint. Circus shot as he wrapped it around the outstretched arm of Wes Hunt. Wonderfully done there by Z Goodline. The ball was initially knocked away by Lewis. Goodline able to gather it back in, and then he circused it around Hunt. 12-point lead once again for Huntington. Ball pinged around to the near side for Taylor. Lewis pulls up, uncontested floater, dives off the back of the rim. Webb gets it, but he's going to get called for a foul. As falling down to the floor was Dyer, who was boxing him out. But Webb, who's got an 11-inch height advantage on Dyer, gets called for the foul. We reach immediate timeout with 8:59 left to go here in the first half. Still all Huntington. They lead Taylor by 12, 26-14 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Life to the full for me looks like approaching every conversation as if it is for the kingdom and to the glory of God.
Life to the full to me means being present where your 2 feet are at.
When I think of life to the full, I think of joy, especially the Taylor body, the Taylor community, what Taylor has to offer.
The way we're equipping students to live life to the full is that we're helping them have a global humility.
There's so many things at Taylor that are preparing me to live life to the full. I love doing research and engaging in projects within my major, computer science, so I could go from programming 1 minute to doing a Bollywood dance and performing as part of Mosaic Night the next.
We have a lot of opportunity here to help students and to equip them to live life full now and well beyond their years at Taylor, and part of that is the intentionality we have with developing relationships with one another.
I'm experiencing life to the full at Taylor through the different opportunities that Taylor allows us to learn about different cultures, people, and places.
I love that we get to do chapel together 3 times a week. Nobody takes attendance. Nobody tells me I have to be there, but I get to be there.
I think I see that in sports, on the football field, in the throwing ring, in classes, and also in student leadership positions.
I experience life to the full.
Again, no Caleb Hodson for the Trojans tonight, out with both an upper and lower body injury. Also no Carson Miller. But the Trojans do get back Pete Combs, who suffered a lower body injury against Spring Arbor a couple of games ago. He's in there defending Landon Jordan. Huntington with the ball out of the Taylor offensive foul. Far side, catch and shoot three. Brenner off the back of the rim in front of the Taylor bench with a long rebound. Is easily scooped up by Huntington's Landon Jordan. He's out there with Zach Goodline, Dyer, McGuire, and the aforementioned Brenner. Dyer, right wing three, the lefty, switches it off the feed from Zach Goodline. First three down the hatch for Joel Dyer, and it's a game-high lead of 15 for Huntington at 29-14. Furman trying to answer, cannot. Hunt trying to volleyball it out near side. It went off of his hand, and Huntington gets it back quickly on the third missed three of the night for Caden Furman. Taylor just 2 of 10 from beyond the arc. Wonderful shoes, by the way, worn by fourth-year Huntington head coach Corey Alford tonight. Those are fantastic sneakers. Hunt's team with the ball. They just gave it away. Pass was tipped by Furman, intercepted by Olam off the try from Dyer. Olam thought about going all 94 feet. The Australian Dyer cut him off. Hunt from 8, left side, clean. Jordan gave him too much room, didn't even contest, and that's easy money for the 6'8 Wes Hunt. Had 12 in the first half against Goshen Saturday. Wes has started 3 of 4 tonight for 6. Z Goodline against Olam. Far side to Dyer, then back to the elder Goodline. Thought about popping a 3, got Olam in the air, dances, lobs it into Jordan, mid-post right, spins with 10, quick rise from the baseline, and that's a quick move and a soft touch by Landon Jordan. Two teams trading baskets at the lead back to 15 for Huntington, 31-16. Hunt got to the right block, found Niehaus down the lane, fumbled it away, stolen off the floor by Brenner. Huntington takes away the ball for the 6th time tonight here against TU. And an off-ball foul against the Trojans before Huntington can even get it across midcourt. That goes against Pete Combs, the freshman. First on Big Pete, number 6 on Taylor in the first. As McGuire exits and the always dangerous Lane Sparks back onto the floor. He and Goodline came into the night just 1 point difference. Jordan caught it in midair as Combs was funny, but he couldn't guide it home on a layup try. Taylor with the rebound as they go from left to right. Furman attacks, right block, right floater off the glass for 2. First basket of the night for Caden Furman. And the Trojans trail by 13, 31-18 as they try to slow down the hot shooting Forsters, who are converting at 56% of their shots. Goodline got his defender caught in the wash and went right down the middle of the lane unabated for an easy left-handed layup. 33-18, the Huntington advantage as Taylor takes a 30-second timeout to chat about it. With 6:46 to go in the first half, you're listening to Taylor Men's Basketball on the Trojan Sports Network, presented by UBS.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Students find their way into their seats here with 6:46 to go in the first half. One of them, women's soccer player Mescarum James, has brought a blanket. Apparently she's a little extra cold as the balmy 20-degree temperatures have been able to take over after we've barely gotten over 0 the last handful of days. Off-ball foul on Jackson Paul, 2nd on him, 3rd on Huntington. Taylor with the ball out of their 30-second timeout. They trail by a game-high tying 15 to Huntington, 33-18. Left edge Niehaus, Sparks defends, got to the league logo, rises for a 2, and he got it off the back of the rim. First basket for Grant Niehaus, and Taylor back to within 13 once again. Poor shooting in for the Trojans, hot shooting for Huntington's led to this big lead. Jordan sneaks around Combs as he turns around and looks for a foul as he went right around the freshman for an easy 2 from the left side of the rim. Jordan with an early 10 points on 5 of 7 shooting. That brings Webb back to the scores table for Taylor with the Trojans down 15. Niehaus deals out to Furman, then sets a right side screen. For the reclassified, now 4th-year junior. Furman down the lane, floater over Jordan, no good. Combs had it for a moment, tapped out of bounds by Paul. And it's going to stay here with Taylor off the tap from the Huntington guard. Combs out, Webb in. It's a good thing the Trojans were able to get Combs back tonight. Again, suffered a lower body injury on a drive to the rim against Spring Arbor a couple of Saturdays ago. But no Caleb Hodson tonight for the Trojans. That's made life difficult down low. Furman, left wing three contested, long off the back of the rim. Rebound goes straight up and then straight down to the hands of Landon Jordan. Taylor just 2 of 10 from 3 to start, and they trail Huntington by 15 with 5.5 to go here in the first half. Z Goodline around the left side, Jordan screen, maneuvers into the paint, fall away jump shot, league logo, front rim off. Jordan, though, is going to get called for the foul as he swam over Anton Webb to try to get the miss. First on Landon, 4th against Huntington here in the first half. Huntington still shooting the ball beautifully. They're 57% from the floor. They're even better from inside the arc. They're just 3 of 9 from downtown. They are 13 of 19 from two-point range. They lead by 15. Taylor's got the ball, however, in white, attacking the goal to the right with 5 minutes left to play before intermission. Lewis picks the bounce right side, then Taylor reversing it all the way to the left side in Furman. D. Goodline defends him, and the Huntington man-to-man wanted to step back three, couldn't let her go. Pull up from the free throw line. Webb spun off the rim. Jordan soars in for the miss for Huntington. That's rebound number 4 for him. He and Z Goodline have outscored Taylor by themselves, 21-20. Sparks goes in, hard foul on the forearms by Niehaus. There is some tape and some protective padding on the back of the left hand. That's the shooting hand for Lane Sparks. And he goes to the line for a 2-shot trip after our media timeout. 4:52 left to go here in the first half. Huntington leads by 15 over Taylor, 35-20. This is Taylor men's basketball on the Trojan Sports Network, presented by UBS.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
(35-20) the lead for Huntington. They've led the entire way. They jumped out to a 4-0 lead. The closest Taylor has gotten was 4-3 after the Olam three-point basket. The Trojans then quickly got down 11-3, and they've been trailing by either 13 or 15 here for the last couple of moments. Lane Sparks to the line for 2, 6'3" junior out of Dillsboro, Indiana, and Greensburg High School. Lefties, first free throw clean. 92% from the line is the spectacular Lane Sparks. Roman Brevier on for the first time for Huntington. He's a 6'9" sophomore transfer out of Belgium. And the lefty Sparks has ditched the protective padding on the back of his left hand, knocks them both down. He's got 6, and Huntington has a game-high lead of 17 with 4:47 and ticking here in the first half. Olam, Lewis, Niehaus, Furman, and Webb, the Taylor starting 5 out there. Webb bully ball to the rim against the new man Brevier, and he puts his right hand in the air, signaling the foul is on him, and it is. His first, team's 5th. And the shot clock resets to 20 with Olam set to deal it in. Looking for help. Lobs it up top with Brevier defending. That is 6'9" against 5'11". Lewis way outside the arc to Furman. Left edge Olam as he prods around the left side arc. Furman with Sparks defending him, spins it into Webb, goes right over Brevier off the glass and one as Brevier came in on a late try. That's back-to-back fouls on the 6'9" backup big man, and he stays in there for the time being as Huntington wants to give Landon Jordan as much of a breather as possible. 6 points for Webb, going for the and one here. And he cannot get it. And it stays at a 15-point lead here for HU with 4:20 left to go here in the first. Sparks, the good lines, Drew and Zach. Brevier and McGuire, the Huntington 5. They're clad in black. Taylor in the 3-2 zone. They're in white as they deploy the zone for the first time tonight. Sparks on the right edge, just inside the arc. Got it to go as his knees were banged into as he let the shot go. 4 in a row for Lane Sparks, and the lead's back to 17 here for Huntington. Lewis to Olam on the near side. Sparks defends him. Furman sets the high middle screen. Good line, switches in the Huntington man-to-man. Taylor back up top in Niehaus, and White shooting on the goal to the right. Trailing by 17. They have not led once tonight. Webb spins baseline, got away from Brevier. Knocked away D. Goodline. Webb got it back too strong on an off-balance shot from the right block. D. Goodline to the right side. Z. Goodline. No one comes out to defend. Now Lewis does. Prevents an open look at three. He steps back. Zach Goodline does off of 1 foot, and it's a straight away 3 ball. 20-point lead for Huntington, their biggest of the night. Goodline's got 17 of them on 7 of 11 shooting, and he's 3 of 5 from downtown. That is not what Taylor wants to see from one of the top players in the Crossroads League. Starting to get it going early. Stolen by D. Goodline. Bluffs the left wing 3, goes right at Furman, spins. Olam came in, collapsed, poked it free. It's off of the Trojans. It's going to stay here with Huntington. Wes Hunt in for Taylor to get Niehaus. Combs in as well for TU. He gets Webb. 3:03 left to go in the opening stanza. Huntington's led the entire way. They currently have a game-high lead of 20. Z. Goodline, handoff after dealing it on the baseline right. Step back, Lewis denies an open look at 3. Goodline to Goodline, Zach to Drew, and younger brother missed one from the parking lot. Lewis with the long rebound, accelerating to the front court, wheels and goes left side to Combs. Hunt on the left side of the floor, double team, spins to the baseline, still doubled, somehow threads it through to Furman, who avoided from dropping it out of bounds. Furman got to 8 feet, flings it far side. Olam got Zach Goodline to fly by into his own bench, but Olam missed the 3 and then collides into one of our officials. Chris Fuller back to his feet as driving with Sparks, poked away from behind, stays here with Huntington. That was a wild sequence of plays as the Trojans had a great seeing eye pass that found Olam, a head fake that sent Zach Goodline soaring through the air. Then as Olam was getting back on defense, he collided with Chris Fuller, our referee tonight. The umpires with him, Michael Ingram and Kevin Smith. 3 regular faces around the men's basketball side of the Crossroads League. McGuire gathers the baseline inbounds pass all the way in his backcourt. Huntington with the green numbers and the letters and the black jerseys and shorts. They lead by 20, shooting on the goal to the left. D. Goodline, handoff, back near side, and Combs bumped Brevier right down to the floor. Second one on Pete. Puts Huntington to the 1-1 with 2:15 to go before recess. Mitchell Wilson makes his first appearance of the night for Huntington. He's a 6-foot senior out of Columbia City, Indiana, replacing Drew Goodline. Huntington's now knocking on the door of 60% shooting in the first half. Brevier's front end of the 1-1, no good. Tapped into the air twice, then Hunt rips it out of there. The Foresters at 58% from the floor. Taylor has mustered just a 36% clip here to start. Lewis dancing left side, collapsed on 2 by Z. Goodline. Near sideline, Olam scored the first 6 of the night for Taylor. Wheels on the baseline and goes from the right side of the floor to the left. High pass, left block. Hunt runs away from a double team, now a triple team. Try to work it into Combs. Stepping in front was Z. Goodline. He deflected and Huntington steals. McGuire finally coiffed. Great facial air, spinning, faking. Mid-post left, baseline feed. Brevier over his head, and Brevier underneath the hoop with his back to the basket. Puts it in for a deuce, 24-point Huntington lead as they're shooting almost 60%. 19 of 32 in the first half. Olam, mid-post right, Hunt, quick double team. Brevier bumped him. Well, uses the double team, this dribble, and split the double team. And that's the third one on the big man Brevier off the bench. And it puts Taylor in the 1-1 with 1:23 to go in the first half. Jordan on to get Brevier. Niehaus back in for Taylor, replacing Combs. Hunt 12 of 19, that's 63% from the free throw line this year. He's got another strong first half going, had 12 in the win over Goshen Saturday. And he makes the first of a 1-1 to give him 7 on the night. He's Taylor's leading scorer, breaking the tie with Webb and Olam, who each had 6. Front rim short. Jordan's right in front for the miss. 5th rebound of the first half for Jordan to go with his 10 points on a stellar 5 of 7 shooting. And with 1:13 to go before recess, Taylor back to the 2-3 zone. Huntington leading by 21. They've led by as many as 22. Near side, catch and shoot. Wilson, 3, swish from the left side of the floor. 5th made 3 of the first half for Huntington, and Wilson off the bench for a triple try on his 14th made 3 of the year. 26-point Huntington lead, their biggest of the night. Lewis drives into a triple team. Left side, Day to answer with a triple. Spun halfway down and out. Huntington with a miss, and Jordan running the floor for HU. To the right side, Wilson falls down, finds the trailing McGuire, whose 3's banged it off the back of the rim. And that rim to our left looking gigantic for the folks in green and black. A 50 spot up in the first half for Huntington. They lead 50-23 with about 4 seconds between game and shot clock. Huntington 62% from the field. They're 21 of 34 overall. They have more than doubled Taylor's makes from the field tonight. Olam, right side circle, spins away from a double team to the right, got to the baseline, lost it, got it back, floated in, rolled off the rim. Hunt, rebound, turnaround shot blocked, and then Jordan has it down low, and a quick timeout taken by Corey Alford and Huntington with 2 2/10 of a second left to go. They'll have to go the full 94 feet with 2 2/10 as they take their use it or lose it. 30-second timeout. 50-23 the Huntington lead with 2 seconds left to go in the first half.
If you get sick, you can trust that we will take care of you. As a Magnet-designated healthcare system, our expert team will create a personalized plan to get you back on your feet. Marion Health. Great care from great people.
Let's see what the 4th-year Huntington head coach Corey Alford drew up. His father, legendary Indiana basketball feeder Steve Alford. McGuire throws one, almost scrapes the lights. Hunt got his hand on it, goes out of bounds with 1.5 seconds left. As McGuire tried to throw it all 94 feet from the right side down to the left side and land in Jordan as he and Hunt were locking horns. But Huntington does what it needs to do. They got minimal time off the clock, and now they have a front court inbound. Baseline to the left, to the right with Wilson. Down low, wants to get into Dyer, fall away from 15, no. Well, that was one of the rare first half misses here for Huntington as they go 21 of 35 for over 65% in the first half, and they lead 50-23 here at recess over Taylor. We're back with the BSN Sports Halftime Report. That's next here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Life to the full for me looks like approaching every conversation as if it is for the kingdom and to the glory of God.
Life to the full to me means being present where your 2 feet are at.
When I think of life to the full, I think of joy, especially the Taylor body, the Taylor community, what Taylor has to offer.
The way we're equipping students to live life to the full is that we're helping them have a global humility.
There's so many things at Taylor that are preparing me to live life to the full. I love doing research and engaging in projects within my major, computer science, so I could go from programming 1 minute to doing a Bollywood dance and performing as part of Mosaic Night the next.
We have a lot of opportunity here to help students and to equip them to live life full now and well beyond their years at Taylor, and part of that is the intentionality we have with developing relationships with one another.
I'm experiencing life to the full at Taylor through the different opportunities that Taylor allows us to learn about different cultures, people, and places.
I love that we get to do chapel together 3 times a week. Nobody takes attendance. Nobody tells me I have to be there, but I get to be there.
I think I see that in sports, on the football field, and in the throwing ring, in classes, and also in student leadership positions.
I experience life to the full at chapel because I get to play in a chapel band, and I get to sit up there and play piano and glorify God with one of my gifts.
The community gives me a sense of life to the full in that I get to see students go through their 4 years here, develop as intellectuals and scholars, be prepared for their vocations, and go out into the world and influence the world for Christ.
following is a presentation of the Trojan Sports Network.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, Rob Sisson, and Adam Sieglin, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
If you get sick, you can trust that we will take care of you. As a Magnet-designated healthcare system, our expert team will create a personalized plan to get you back on your feet. Marion Health. Great care from great people.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
If you get sick, you can trust that we will take care of you. As a Magnet-designated healthcare system, our expert team will create a personalized plan to get you back on your feet. Marion Health. Great care from great people.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
The following is a presentation of the Trojan Sports Network.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, Rob Sisson, and Adam Sieglin, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. BSN Sports halftime report looks like this as Huntington leads Taylor 50-23 at the halftime break. Forster shot the ball wonderfully in that first half at 60%. They were 21 of 35, including 6 of 13 from downtown. They made 2 of their 5 free throws. Taylor, on the other hand, struggled. They were just 10 of 31 from the floor, 32%. They were 2 of 12 from 3 and just 1 of 3 from the stripe. Taylor also turned it over 8 times. That led to 6 Huntington points. The Forsters also outscored the Trojans 16-12 inside the painted area. Largest lead for Huntington in the first half was 27 points, which is where it currently sits now. 2 double-figure scores for Huntington in the first, and they combined to outscore Taylor by themselves. 14 for the dynamic Zach Goodline and 10 for Landon Jordan. All but 1 of the 10 players for Huntington scored in the first half. Cade Brenner missed a 3. Everyone else scored. 3 from D. Goodline, 8 from Sparks, 2 from Paul, 2 from Brevier, 3 from Wilson, 5 from McGuire, and 3 from Dyer. The Trojans had Wes Hunt leading them in scoring with 7 off the bench. 6 for Webb, 2 for Niehaus, 6 for Olam, 2 for Furman, none for Lewis, and none for Day or Combs. And we're off and running here in half number 2. Huntington with the ball. They go from left to right in black with green numbers and green letters. Taylor defends man-to-man in white. Starters on the floor for both teams will set Taylor's when they get the ball back. It's Drew Goodline, Zach Goodline, Lane Sparks, who has it on the baseline. Tried to bounce it into Landon Jordan. It bounced high. Jordan went to go get it. Through contact and 1 as he rolls it in over the front rim. And 27 seconds into the first half, Anton Webb picks up foul number 3. So the third one on Anton. And Jordan quickly out of the gate trying to push the lead to 30. Cannot. As Jordan 0 of 3 from the stripe. It's been the only blemish on his dance card this evening. Taylor has the 2 Jacksons in the backcourt, Olam and Lewis. Webb sets free Lewis a screen. Creighton Furman and Grant Niehaus to Taylor 5. Webb misses the rebound off the floor. Scooped up by Jackson Paul up the near sideline for Huntington as they lead by 29. Olam bumped him off the floor, and that will be a foul on the floor against Taylor's Jackson Olam. 2 fouls on Taylor, less than a minute in here to the second half. There's a young man in front of us walking back with 2 beverages from the concession stand, almost dropped both of them, and that would have been tragic. They're filled to the brim of delicious liquid, but he did not want to sacrifice what looks to be 2 delicious sodas. Jordan off the pass from Zach Goodline, missed a little set shot short off the front rim. A rare miss for him tonight, just his 3rd. And Taylor with the board, they glide up the right sideline, trailing by 29. Niehaus on the high left side, back to the far side, Furman. Jabbing and driving on D. Goodline. Ball knocked free, that gets Furman the dribble back, picks it up on the right edge and inside the arc to Webb. Pitching it back outside to Furman, stops at the free throw line, spun around the arc, Lewis to Olam, whose 3 from the left edge was long, and it's Jordan soaring above the world for the rebound here for Huntington. 29-point lead for the visitors. They try to pick up their 12th win of the year and move to 5-3 in the Crossroads League. The lefty Lane Sparks jabs and rises and bangs in a 3 from the high left side. 11 for Sparks, 3rd Forster in double figure, and those 3 double figure men have outscored Taylor by themselves tonight. Webb drives, it gets kicked into the cheerleaders across from us off of a Huntington foot. Landon Jordan beside himself, wondering how that physics could be possible. As Grant Niehaus checks out for Taylor and Isaiah Day comes in to get him. 23 to shoot as Lewis to deal it in. The much taller Jordan, almost a foot taller than him, stands in front. Low bouncer gets it into Webb in the far corner, out to the Paul Patterson court logo. Olam got it in as Sparks got his hands tied up with Webb and gets called for the foul. First on Lane Sparks, number 1 on Huntington here in the second. Taylor trying to get some offensive firepower going here after shooting in the 30s in the first half. Lewis's baseline inbound smacked into the cheerleaders once again, this time by the defending Landon Jordan. Less than 2 minutes in to the second half. Still all Huntington, they lead by 32. Shot is down low and then smacked out of bounds. A foul down low on the floor. Keeps it here with TU. Goes against Zach Goodline of Huntington, his second, team second. Lewis into Webb, head faking, goes up and dunks it right down and over Landon Jordan. A thunderous dunk for Anton Webb as Jordan went for the block and Webb got the better of him. Taylor down by 30. Runner no good on the other end by Jackson Paul. An emphatic two-hand flush there by the Trojan big man. He goes to Jordan, he Euros. He got bumped, almost threw it off the glass. And there's a foul on Landon Jordan, his second. And could that dunk have sparked things here for the Trojans here this evening? Jordan covers his mouth with his hands, and now a sly grin sneaks out after he puts his long arms down to his side. First of 2 for Webb is swished. And the second one. Good as well. 2 for 3 from the line tonight. Webb and the Trojans for the first time tonight and for the first time in a while go to the full court press. Lewis picks up Zach Goodline in the backcourt. He flings it up to D. Goodline in the far corner. Back to Sparks, bangs into Day, no good. And a charge taken by Day. Second one on Sparks. So now Paul, Jordan, Lane Sparks, and Zach Goodline all have 2 fouls on their score sheet tonight. We have not played 3 minutes in the second half, and Huntington has more fouls than minutes played, 4 of them. And can the Trojans get one of these dynamic scores into some serious foul trouble here? They trail 55-27. Olam attacks on the taller Jordan from the right side down to the middle of the lane. Now back to Olam as he veers on the right side. Low pass. Webb trying to keep it away from Drew Goodline. And it's flipped into the Taylor bench off of who? Off of Webb as he came out of the scrum with it. It'll be Huntington ball on the far sideline at the end of the Taylor bench. Gage McGuire quickly on for HE, replacing Landon Jordan. Gage had 2 points in the first half. Day defends the far sideline inbound. D. Goodline gets it into Zach Goodline. Z to the front court. Taylor flying around in a half-court trap, couldn't get it in. Far sideline, Sparks goes free. Missed a point-blank dunk. But as he went in, tried to dunk it, he was too far from the rim to get the iron. Then he went tumbling down face first to the floor, but got bumped from behind and aided there by Anton Webb, and that's the 4th on him. Sparks jumped forward and leaned into Webb, got tangled up, and then ate some of the floor as he went face first into the parquet. That's number 4 on the Trojans, Anton Webb. And Sparks, the lefty, makes the first of 2. Wes Hunt in for Taylor, and now the unavailable Caleb Hodson again out with both an upper and lower body injury tonight. As Sparks calmly switches both free throws. He's got a game-high 13. And Huntington leads by 31, 57-26. We played just 3 minutes here in a very rough and tumble second half. But no Hodson, so Hunt's gonna have to pick up a bunch of the weight on the front court tonight. Sets up shop on the right side, double team kick out to Day. Taylor quickly swings it. Behind the pass was to Furman. He made a 3 and he got tumbled down as he wasn't allowed to come back down to the earth. Lane Sparks almost hides his face and now chewing on the front of his black uniform in sheer bewilderment and shock. That's number 3 on him. Comes with 16:42 left to go in our second half. Folks, we have played 3 minutes and change. We have had 8 fouls here in the second half. Plug your laptop in. We're going to be here for a while. First of 2 from Furman. Perfect. Just the 3rd point for KJ tonight. As he struggled to cash in that first half. Second one good as well. And he's got one more on the 3-shot trip. And he gets them all 3. Taylor trailing 57 here to 29. Again, just 3 minutes and change. 2-on-1 as McGuire couldn't get it into Sparks as Huntington breaks the backcourt pressure. Z Goodline takes the high middle screen from McGuire to the left. Recovering is Lewis into the corner to Paul. Wants to dance with Olam, then almost lost his footing. Gets it back. Got into the paint from left to right. Fall away jump shot. Back of the rim, no. Out to McGuire. Head fake. Didn't get Hunt to bite. McGuire right hand hooks softly in for a deuce. Second bucket for Gage McGuire as Huntington pushes that lead back up to 30 at 59-29. With 16 minutes remaining in half number 2. Right edge Day, baseline Hunt, and again Taylor quickly spins it again. This time Lewis fakes the pass to the left corner in Furman. Now he gets it back on the left edge, catch and shoot 3, right down the hatch for Jackson Lewis. First basket of the night, and the Trojans just their second made triple. Isaiah Day gets caught in the wash. He gets his second foul. Taylor trailing 59-33. Huntington shooting 59% from the floor. They've got it from left to right in black. They've led the entire way. They have not trailed. We have not been tied. Z Goodline on the high left side of the floor. McGuire now sets the right side screen. Goodline takes down the lane over 3 Trojans. Right-hand floater no good. Through the hands of Day on the far side corner, and it's back into Lewis. Lewis from right to left for Taylor and White. They trail 59-20-33, and the ball's going to stay here as an off-ball foul called against Huntington. As Jackson Paul held on to Isaiah Day and took him down to the floor with him. That's number 3 on Paul. That's the 6th one called against Huntington here in the second half. We have not even gotten to the first media timeout yet, and the Trojans might find themselves in the 1-and-1. Tight quarters entry pass baseline. Hunt got it back in. Olam prodding. D Goodline cuts him off. Back outside the arc. The pass goes to Day. Lewis skips into a dribble. McGuire defends him. Now Paul switching on a screen. Far side, Furman, blow by drive, McGuire, pull up, 15-footer, swish, McGuire. Let Furman get free, 4.5 for Furman, and Taylor slowly trying to claw their way back, down 59-35. Z Goodline gets right away from Lewis, circus layup no good. Hunt has the rebound for Taylor, and now Lewis pushing the issue on a 3-on-3. Olam sneaks away free on the right side, goes around Goodline on the right baseline. Today from the left side, his 3 is no good, and McGuire's got the weak side rebound for Huntington. That would have brought Taylor to the closest they've been in some time as they trail by 24 after trailing by 30 for the better part of the start of this second half. Sparks stop and pop 3 right over Lewis, who had his hand down. Second triple for Sparks, and he's got 16 to lead the way in the ball game tonight. 3 double-figure scores for Huntington, just 1 tonight for Taylor. That's Anton Webb, who's on the bench with 4 fouls. Taylor down 62-35. Sparks almost got a steal. Furman snatched it away, stepped into a 3, and he's made 5 in a row as he switches home his first triple. But Taylor's got to get some stops here as they trail 62-38. And because of the bevy of fouls to start the second half off, we've only played 6 minutes. Sparks against the taller Furman. He'll rise for another 3 and misses that one from the near side as the Trojans avoid a big disaster there. Second time in a row that they've had a hand down when Sparks has risen for a 3. Blow by drive Lewis into traffic for a triple team. Furman trying to make it 8 in a row, and he does with a left side high 3 ball. Furman starting to cook as he's got 13 points on just 4 of 10 shooting, but he's made back-to-back 3s and scored the last 8 for Taylor. They trail by 21. Ball spun around to the baseline left. Sparks challenges Hunt and goes up and in for an easy 2. 18 for Sparks, and that stops the fun for Taylor for the time being. 64-41, the Huntington lead. Again, they've led the entire way. Next dead ball will stop us at immediate timeout. Furman back down to the screen and roll. Hunt spins baseline, goes up, went in for a dunk, and then McGuire swatted the ball away from behind. Hunt looks for a foul. Goodline goes in. He ran into Day, who gets called for the block as he was leaning backwards and had his heels also inside the restricted area. Third one on Isaiah Day as Hunt comes down and tries to get an explanation of why there wasn't a foul called on the block attempt there by Huntington, or the block by Huntington. We played 7 minutes and 3 seconds here of the second half, and immediate timeout up on the board with 12:57 remaining in regulation time. Huntington leads 64-41 over Taylor here on the Trojan Sports Network, presented by UBS.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
Free throws for Huntington out of the timeout. Zach Goodline to the line as Gavin Yoon makes his first appearance of the second half for Taylor. He replaces Jackson Olam. Joel Dyer out there for the first time here in half number 2 as well. Goodline is normal spectacular self, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. First free throw of the night for 55 in black is perfect. Goodline had 14 in the first half. He makes both free throws as somebody drops something very loud up here to our left. 66-41, the Huntington lead as Lewis stays on his tippy toes. Right sideline Yoon, blow by drive, pulls up 15-footer. Jordan smacks that shot out of bounds. Another block for Landon Jordan. A pair of them here tonight. Now he'll defend the baseline inbounds pass, but then Drew Goodline says, no, I'll take it, as he pogo sticks in front of Lewis in the far corner. 13 to shoot for Taylor. They're in white, shooting the goal to our left. Furman has made 8 in a row for Taylor, trying to make it 11, make it 10 in a row. Missing that 3 off the front of the rim. Here comes Huntington the other way off the rebound of Drew Goodline. To Z Goodline on the far sideline. Taylor trying to trap him in front of his own bench. Threw it behind his back and over his head. It swung to the near side. Drew Goodline's 3 is nothing but the bottom of the cup on wonderful ball movement by the Huntington Foresters. Taylor got the deficit into the 20s, but it's quickly starting to knock on the door of 30 once again, as Taylor trailing Huntington 69-41. Yoon on the perimeter left-hand bounce, pitching out to Furman. Got away from Z Goodline. Yoon spots a 3. An air ball down low that Day rebounds and twirls it home off the glass. First field goal for Day tonight, 69-43, the Huntington lead at 26. Again, their lead has been big, as north of 30, and a violation against Jackson Lewis on the take from Zach Goodline of Huntington. First on J. Lou, 4th. They're making the 6th one against Taylor in the second half. Olam and Hunt back on for the Trojan cause. See Goodline in the near side corner. The graduate student defended by Olam. Got free from Jordan, now lobs it to him on the right block. Tried to go baseline, spins back, nice move Jordan, and he palmed the ball and put it in off the window against Wes Hunt. 14 for Landon Jordan. Everyone trying to track down Lane Sparks, who got a game-high 18, 28-point lead for Huntington with 11:20 to go in this one. Yoon drives, double team comes Jordan. Pocket pass finds the hands of Olam, who drains a triple from the right side. Third 3 of the night for Olam. All 9 of his points have come from downtown. It's a 69-45 Huntington lead against the half-court trap. Drew Goodline misses a 3 from the left side. Long rebound comes out as Cade Brenner's onto the floor for Huntington. And Day gets called for the reach-in, trying to slow down the spectacular Zach Goodline. 4th on Isaiah Day with 11 minutes to go in a foul-happy second half. Seven on the Trojans, 11 minutes to go, and that puts Huntington in the 1-1. They've been spectacular from the line tonight, making 7 of their 11, as Goodline connects on the first. 4 free throw make number 7. Drew Goodline out, Lane Sparks back in for HU. And the second one, a rare miss. It skips off the rim for Zach Goodline. Niehaus with the rebound for Taylor. Far sideline for the Trojans. They're in white. Huntington defends man-to-man in black. Jumping the passing lane was Brenner. Almost got it away from Day, but could not. Near side corner, Yoon rising for a 3 over Dyer. Short off the near side rim. Tap to the near side where Dyer has the miss for Huntington. Forcers out and galloping. Near side, Zach Goodline. Hunt trying to slow him down. Goodline wants to dance. Ball on the string, picking it up as he's got Hunt still defending him. Lob to the rim. Jordan off of 1 foot. Couldn't got it in as he backpedals and almost lands in row 1. Looking for a foul that doesn't come. Day open, left side high 3. Nope. Long rebound comes out near side. Jordan out and running. Got behind 2 Trojan defenders. He slipped on the way there. And then Niehaus got him on the arm as Jordan goes tumbling down as Olam and Dyer there to help him up. Niehaus unhappy, trying to get an explanation. I think what Niehaus is trying to say is that Jordan was already slipping before he fouled him on the arm. They're actually going to get an intentional foul, a flagrant foul on Niehaus. It looked like from up here that Jordan had lost his footing, and then that's when Niehaus came down on the right shoulder of Landon Jordan. Second one on Niehaus. Looks like it'll be a flagrant one on Niehaus. And Jordan to the line for two. He has missed all 3 of his free throws tonight. Front rim, nope, and one more to come. And the second one for the big man, rolls her in. He's got 15. Niehaus stays in, sub in for Huntington. It's Mitchell Wilson who had a 3-ball in the first half. He takes the spot of whom? Zach Goodline. Taylor with 18 fouls as a referee Chris Fuller and one of the umpires Michael Ingram go over for a chat with the scoreboard operator. They want to make sure they have the proper shot clock on, so they take 3 seconds off. It's down to 27. And Dyer out of Australia lobs it into Wilson. Tracks it down, finds Sparks. Yoon guards him. In and out, stopping and starting. Sparks got to the right block, up and over Yoon. Short, no good. Jordan tried to guide it in, could not, got his own miss. Steps in, but they wave off the dunk. And there's a traveling violation against Lane Jordan. The Huntington fans don't like it, but that's the right call. Jordan got it. Did a slide to the left like the cha-cha slide you do at a wedding. The Huntington folks trying to say that he bobbled the ball, but that ball was squarely in his mitts. He slid to the left, and then he dunked it. It's an easy foul. It's an easy traveling violation. If I can see it from up here with a bunch of traffic in the way, the guys on the floor in the stripes definitely saw it too. Olam, 3 short from the right side. Jordan was there defending. Now a 3-on-1 jailbreak for Huntington. Right side, Wilson. A right-hand kiss off the glass is home. 5 for Wilson off the Huntington bench. And after the lead was in the 20s for the majority the last few moments, now knocking on the door of 30 once again. Olam gets it off the glass after being slammed down to the floor. 11 for Olam. Furman leads the way for Taylor with 13. And the foul on Joel Dyer is first, and we've reached a media timeout. 9:41 left to go here. All Huntington as they lead 75-48 here on the Trojan Sports Network, presented by UBS.
94-98, and it was a very transformational time for me and my wife. That went to Taylor as well. And for us, Taylor, I kind of look at Taylor as a place you go, not to go get a job after 4 years, but it really is like a 40-year preparation of your life. And I tell my Taylor stories all the time, to the point where my employees are probably sick of it. I kind of look at the basketball team and I look at Josh and I think he's the right guy, and I like to support the right guy. I think the core of what they have is really good. Josh has been developing men, and I think that's really important at a school like a Taylor, to think of it as winning basketball games and competing at a high level, but also developing people so that they can go on to the world and make things happen. I look at the student experience at Taylor right now. It's as high as it's ever been. It's off the charts. And so when I think about prospective kids and the kids that we have, I look at it and say, you can't beat a good program with a really good school.
The Montage Financial Group at UBS is the official sponsor of Taylor University men's basketball.
75-48. Huntington has cooled off to a 56% field goal shooting percentage. They're 9 of 18 from 3. They've made 11 more shots than Taylor has tonight. They've taken just 3 more. And they've outscored Taylor by 9 from beyond the arc. Olam for a chance at an and one. And he just misses it, rattles halfway down and out. And Huntington with the rebound, with Lane Sparks at the controls for the Huntington offense. Zach Goodline in out of the timeout. Mitchell Wilson remains. Jackson Paul returns the fun. And Roman Brevier is on the floor as well for Huntington. Step back Sparks over Webb, who came in, and another tough 3 made by Lane Sparks, his 3rd triple of the night. And he's starting to heat up here. He's got 21 in the game, and Huntington's got the lead back to 30 once again. Webb right block, skipping near side Furman to the corner. Olam three over Brevier. Cash from the left corner. 4th-3 of the night for Jackson Olam. He's got 14 points, right on his average after being inserted into the starting lineup 4 games ago. 71-58, or 78-51, I should say, the Huntington lead. Whipping from one side to the other is Zach Goodline, and draining the triple is Jackson Paul in front of an excited Huntington bench. A 30-point Huntington lead on the 11th made triple a night out of the 20 that Huntington has taken. Baseline left drive, Olam into the paint. Webb fumbled as he turned to the hoop. Sparks was poking at it but couldn't take it away from him. Taylor regroups with 12 to shoot. High left side, Furman puts it on the deck, left hand, fakes, spins into the paint. Niehaus over Sparks with a right hand flip with his back to the rim. Second bucket for Niehaus, and Taylor down by 28. They just have not been able to get an answer on the defensive end this evening, as Huntington putting on one of their best offensive showings of the year. Good line right through the Taylor defense unabated. Missed the shot as he looked for a foul that doesn't come, as he was hoping and pleading for a whistle to ring out as he stood on the near baseline. Taylor to the front court. One of the Huntington guys is 3 feet onto the bench and dressed in sweats. Reverse layup, Webb, no good, and rebounding down low was Brevier. And now that man at the end of the Huntington bench quietly makes his way back to the end of the seating area. He was standing across the three-point arc on the back end of the play trying to get a better view. Sparks, left side high, stop and pop three off the right side of the rim. Just his 3rd miss from three-point range tonight after making 3 of his first 5. 81-53, the Taylor hole. They've led the entire way. Pass was snagged out of the air by a jumping Zach Goodline on the attempt from Lewis. He rises all the way to the other end, and Goodline powers it up for another right-hand finish. 19 for Zach Goodline on 7 of 14 shooting. Got the steal, went the rest of the way, and did it himself, and he's got Huntington back ahead by 30 as we approach 7 minutes remaining here in half number 2. Taylor and White from right to left. Lewis around the screen. Sparks there. Niehaus set the screen. Claps got it back. Telegraphed the right block pass. Flipped away by Wilson, who dives on the floor as Taylor gives it away for the 11th time tonight. Right edge, Sparks fumbles. Nice pocket pass into Brevier. He gets hammered from behind by Webb, who fouls out. 5th foul of the night on Webb. He fouls out with 6:47 to go here in the second half. First time that he is fouled out this season. Anton's night finishes with 10 points, but on 4 of 11 shooting, and he has pulled down a game-high 15 rebounds. Pete Combs in for Taylor to replace Webb. And Brevier to the line for a pair. 6'9" sophomore from Belgium. Gets the bounce, and he's got one more to come. Sparks out with his game-high 21 points. Spectacular again, the former Crossroads League Freshman of the Year. Replaced by Landon Beagle. First time we've seen Beagle tonight. And Brevier makes them both. Huntington's got that lead to a game-high tying 32. Taylor with the ball from right to left with 6:38 and counting in the 4th. Through 2 defenders, Lewis tried to thread the needle, was behind Combs and goes out of bounds. And Taylor wants to chat about it. They take a timeout. They've got 2 30s and a full. It's going to be a full. We'll take it with them with 6:35 on the second half clock. Huntington leads big over Taylor, 85-53, here on the Trojan Sports Network, presented by UBS.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes. Huntington ball out of the Taylor full timeout.
Foresters come in after a 17-point win over Spring Arbor on Saturday. They're 11-6. They're looking, the Foresters are, for just their third road win of the year, but more importantly, they're trying to take over sole possession of fourth place in the Crossroads League as they lead 85-53. They came in tied with Marion for the fourth spot and a half game back of Grace because the Lancers game this past weekend was delayed postponed until next Wednesday as a 3 miss from the left side by Beagle. Up the floor today, out and running for a two-hand flush. Big second basket there for Isaiah Day as he got out and ran and contested the three and then goes and dunks it on the other end for Taylor. They trail 85-55 during what was supposed to be a midweek bye for both teams as Zach Goodline has it poked away from Lewis. Furman up and running, right side Euro step, got into Wilson off the glass for 2 more. 15 for Caden Furman. The Trojans with a quick 4-0 spurt out of their own full timeout as they trail 85-57 with less than 6 to go here in the second half. So it's going to be a bye for everybody next Wednesday to conclude the first half of league play, which is Saturday. Grace and Bethel will make up that game on Wednesday. Floater no good for Zach Goodline of Huntington, taken off the floor by Day of Taylor, right side with Olam. They're out there with Lewis, Combs, and Furman. Shot was no good. Actually, it was good. I took my eyes off to see who tackled Jackson Olam. It was Landon Beagle, and Olam gets the bounce and a chance at 3. 16 for Jackson Olam on 6 of 13 shooting. He's been spectacular since being inserted in the Taylor starting lineup 4 games ago. Landon Jordan, Lane Sparks, and the Australian Joel Dyer back on for Huntington, replacing Zach Goodline, Mitchell Wilson, and Roman Bravere. And the and one good as Olam rattles it in off the back of the rim. 17 for him to lead the way for Taylor tonight. And Taylor trails 85-60. They're on the 7-0 spurt. Shot blocked on the Furman. Furman blocks a 3 attempt from Beagle, and the Trojans have the miss once again. With 5:09 and ticking here in the second half, Lewis dribbling, prodding, snakes his way into the paint, spins, draws the eyes of 3. Furman blow by left, rising from 12, no good off the near side, and Jordan rips the rebound down, his 9th rebound of the night. Huntington up the far sideline with Sparks between the legs, bounce in front of his own bench. Huntington in the black jerseys and shorts with the green numbers and the green letters. Sparks bully ball on Day, left-hand hook doesn't go, tapped away by Day, taken off the floor by Taylor's Jackson Lewis. The Taylor guard up the near sideline. Combs at the right side screen. Now back to the left as Lewis darts and dances. Jordan daring him to go to the rim. Taylor dealing outside the arc. Into Combs against the shorter Dyer. Kicking near side open. Jackson Lewis 3. Spun halfway down and out. Furman and Jordan both went forward, and they say last touched by Landon Jordan. That brings us to our final media timeout of our contest tonight. With 4:25 to go in the second half, Huntington leads Taylor 85-60. You're enjoying Taylor men's basketball presented by UBS.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
If you get sick, you can trust that we will take care of you. As a Magnet-designated healthcare system, our expert team will create a personalized plan to get you back on your feet. Marion Health. Great care from great people.
A 25-point lead for Huntington coming out of the media timeout. The Forster offense has been the name of the game tonight. They came in shooting the ball at a 50% clip on the year. They have been close to 60 for the majority of the game. They've cooled off to 53 here for the game after a cold spurt here for the last couple of minutes in the second half. Lewis fell down, but he got caught up and tripped by a moving screen of his teammate Pete Combs. Third one on Pete. That's the 10th one on Taylor, so that puts Huntington in the double bonus. The final 4:17 here of this one. Jordan up top, defended by Combs, and the Taylor man-to-man. Handoff to Paul. Combs switches back to Jordan. Ball smacked out of the air by Combs, off balance, saving it into traffic. Combs jumps in front of the pass here as Huntington tried to save it. It was Beagle that was dancing on the baseline for the Foresters, as Lane Sparks getting some ice on that left shooting hand. Looks like his night has come to a close. 10 to shoot for Huntington, less than 4 to go in the game. Step back three, Paul short off the left side rim, and Lewis soars in for the rebound for Taylor. Trojans pushing the issue from right to left and white, down by 25. They've trailed by as many as 32. Spinning in the paint, Lewis trying to find help. He does, and Furman on the near side. Catch and shoot three over Paul. Highly contested, and Furman drains his third three of the ball game. He's 3 of 4 from 3 in the second half for 18 points, 16 of which have come here after half. 85-63, the Huntington margin. Jordan, the only starter, along with Drew Goodline and Sparks on the floor right now. D. Goodline right side, left-hand drive down the lane, circus it down to Jordan for a two-hand dunk. Combs had to come over to stop the penetrating Goodline, and Jordan was all by his lonesome down low for a slam. 87-63, the Huntington lead. Foul down low as Taylor was trying to get it into Combs. Goes against Jackson Paul, his 4th. Ben Mickle on for the first time for Taylor. He replaces Furman, and Wes Hunt comes on for the Trojans as Lewis takes a seat as well. For Huntington, Jordan and Paul leave, along with Drew Goodline. And we'll see Roman Brevier, Mitchell Wilson, and Cade Brenner. Brenner and Beagle, the only 2 players for Huntington tonight that have played that have not scored. Beagle has just played here exclusively in the second half. Free throw no good for Combs on the 1-and-1 attempt. And here comes Huntington the other way, leading 87-63. They've led the entire way. Open three, right side, no good from the three-point area by Beagle. And Day has a rebound for Taylor, his 5th of the night. Olam up the right sideline to the top, got to the free throw line. Hunt attacks left side of the corner, and Mickle. Hunt tried to set the screen for Mickle, keeps the dribble alive. Pass was deflected by Brevier, who's got an almost foot height advantage against Jackson Olam. Right side Day, lobbing into Combs. Weak side help, poking it away was Beagle. Taylor gives it away for the 14th time tonight. Not only has Huntington shot the ball beautifully at 52%, they've given it away just 4 times the entire night. Dyer, a long three. Nope, off the back of the rim. Rebounded down low, and putting it up is Beagle. And that leaves Brenner as the only man not to score tonight for Huntington. 89-63, the Huntington advantage as we hit 2 minutes left to play here in the half. Day tried to jump through, and he draws a blocking foul on Mitchell Wilson. First on him, 8th on the team. And a 1-1 trip here for Isaiah Day. Taylor will wrap up the first half of league play on Saturday, and I guess another high-octane offense in the Pilots of Bethel. As Day's first free throw stays down as it tried to serpentine its way out. More subs on for both teams. Luke LaGrange in, along with Will Hotchkiss for Huntington. Olam and Combs out for Taylor, with John McLemore and Grant Jones in for Taylor. Day misses the free throw. Jones taps it out of bounds. It's going to go back to Huntington. 1:55 remaining in this one. The Foresters will move to 12-6. 5-3 in the Crossroads League. They pick up their 3rd road win of the year. The Trojans are going to fall to 7-11 and 2-6 in league action. Mitchell Wilson from the perimeter left against McLemore. Tried to go up and under from the block left. Could not. Up top, LaGrange rising from the league logo. Off the window, no good. Snatched down by Day. Cross-court pass near side Mickle. Euros got bumped on the way there, then blocked out of bounds by it looked to be Cade Brenner. 92 seconds left to play here from Odell Arena. As McLemore deals it in, floats it back near sideline to the jumping Isaiah Day. Into Jones, mid-post left. Spun back into a double team and a reach-in foul against Landon Beagle. And why wouldn't we have fouls late after we started the second half off with a bevy of fouls on both sides? That's now 36 fouls called in our game tonight. We have almost averaged a foul per minute. Jones to the line for a two-shot trip as both teams are in the bonus. And he makes the first. $11 fouls called on Huntington here in the second half, 10 here for the Trojans. So we have averaged over a foul per minute in half number 2. Jones makes them both. It's 89-66, the Huntington lead. As everybody wraps up was supposed to be the first half of league play Saturday. Again, that game next Wednesday on both the men's and women's sides as Wilson falls and loses and gets it back. And then a late traveling call comes on the near sideline after Mitchell had already gathered the ball back in, dribbled 3 or 4 times, was ready to get back to his feet. And then the whistle came and we're going the other way. So it was supposed to be the end of the first half of league play was this Saturday. Again, Grace and Bethel play next Wednesday. That's a doubleheader. That'll be very fun to watch, particularly on the men's side. So that'll wrap up on Wednesdays. Each team will play their first 9 league games. Day missing a right wing 3 too long. Out of bounds off of Taylor, back to Huntington for the final 50 3/10. Most recent top 25 poll came out today. Huntington was not in the receiving votes category. Marion was. There were 2 teams that were ranked. Those were Grace, the undefeated #1 team in the country, and Indiana Wesleyan, and Bethel, who jumped up to 23. So 3 teams ranked, 4 at least receiving votes. But the way Huntington's been playing as of late, they could very well find themselves getting some votes the next time down the floor. LaGrange buries a high left side 3. And play was stopped for some reason. 92-66, the Huntington lead. That's the 12th made 3 out of 27 attempts for Huntington tonight. LaGrange, a 6'5" sophomore from Spencerville, Indiana. And if his family are fans of the band ZZ Top, we know what their favorite song would be. That the little band from Texas plays. About 5 seconds between game and shot clock. Taylor with the ball in white. Day from the left wing. 3 skips off the near side rim. Wilson has it. The shot clock goes dark. And Wilson brings it to the front court. And now Huntington will dribble out. The final 19 seconds, a wire-to-wire win for Huntington as they win back-to-back games. They defeated Spring Arbor by 17. Saturday, they come in tonight and shoot the nets off the rims inside Odell Arena. They finished with a 52% shooting percentage, including going 12 of 27 from 3. And Huntington leads from start to finish. Final score tonight was 92-66 in favor of the Foresters. We'll take a break and come back with the Ivanhoe's post-game show. That's next here on the Trojan Sports Network, presented by UBS.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online Tire Finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, Rob Sisson, and Adam Sieglin, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
Back inside Odell Arena as folks put on all their winter gear to go out and brave the freezing cold temperatures outside. It was a balmy 20 or 22 today. It's going to dip back low again this weekend. And then, surprise, surprise, we're going to be in the 40s next week. That'll be fun. It's going to rain. That won't be fun. But, you know, it'll be 40 next week. That'll be fun. You know, next Tuesday, that'll be a good day for it to be 40. I'd appreciate that. Final score tonight from inside Odell Arena was Huntington's 92, Taylor 66. The Foresters led 50-23 at the break. They shot 60% in the first half. They finished the game tonight shooting 52% from the field, 35 of 68. They made 12 of their 27 threes. That's to the tune of 44%, and they made 10 of their 16 free throw attempts. On the other side for Taylor, they were 24 of 62 for the game. They shot just 39% overall. They were 32% in that game-changing first half. They went 8 of 28 from three. That's below 30% at 29%, and they made 10 of their 15 free throws. 3 in double figures for both teams, but it was a game-high 21 for Lane Sparks to lead the way for Huntington and in the game. He was 7 of 12 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, and a perfect 4 of 4 from the line. Another incredibly efficient and stellar night for Lane Sparks. 19 for Zach Goodline, one of the handful of guys that makes a case every year for Crossroads League Player of the Year. He was 7 of 15 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, and he made 3 of his 4 free throws. The other double-figure man tonight for Huntington was Landon Jordan. He finished with 17 points on 8 of 12 shooting. He did not attempt a 3. He also went 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Leading scorer off the bench tonight for Huntington was Gage McGuire. He had 7 points, 5 of those coming in the first half. Jordan, by the way, had 10 in the first half. Goodline had 14 in the first half. Sparks did the majority of his damage in half number 2, scoring 13 of his 21 after half. 6 for Drew Goodline in a starting role, 5 for Jackson Paul, 5 for Mitchell Wilson off the Huntington bench. All the rest of these guys are all reserves. 4 for Roman Brevier, 3 for Joel Dyer, 3 for Luke LaGrange, and 2 for Landon Beagle. Only 2 men played tonight, but did not score tonight for Huntington. They were Cade Brenner, who saw the most time. Will Hodges came in for the final 2 minutes. So tonight, Huntington played 8, 11, 13, and 11 of them scored. On the other side for Taylor, they had 3 in double figures, led by Caden Furman's 18 points. He scored 16 of those after halftime. KJ was just 1 of 6 from the field in the first half, 0 of 4 from 3. He goes 3 for 4 from 3 in the second half, and he goes 5 of 8 from the field in half number 2. He also made 3 free throws, all after halftime. 17 for Jackson Olam in his 5th straight start. He was 6 of 13 from the floor, 4 of 9 from 3, as Olam had 11 of his 17 after half. 10 for Anton Webb, played just 19 minutes, was plagued with foul trouble the whole night before fouling out. He finishes with a double-double, 10 points and a game-high 15 rebounds for Anton Webb. 7 off the bench for Wes Hunt. All of those came in the first half. 5 for Isaiah Day in a reserve role. 4 for the starter Grant Niehaus, 3 for Jackson Lewis, and 2 for Grant Jones coming from the free throw line. Gavin Yoon, Ben Mickle, John McLemore, and Pete Combs all played, but did not score tonight. The Trojans were without the services of Caleb Hodson, out with both an upper and lower body injury. Carson Miller out tonight with a lower body injury as well. So Combs got some much-needed minutes for the Trojans as he is coming back from a lower body injury himself, suffered in that Spring Arbor game. Rebounding numbers were narrow, 42-40 in favor of Huntington. Again, Webb led the way with a game-high 15 rebounds, 6 for Day, 5 for Hunt, and 5 for Lewis. Top rebounder for Huntington was their leader in that category, Landon Jordan. He had 9, 6 as well for Drew Goodline from his guard spot. Both teams had 15 assists. Huntington did so on 35 of their hoops. Taylor on 15 of their 25 baskets. 6 led the way on both sides. Zach Goodline with 6 for Huntington and 6 dimes for Jackson Lewis. Lewis's assist-to-turnover ratio has been very strong over the last 4 games. He came in 15 assists to just 4 turnovers, so that now makes it 21 assists to 7 turnovers in Lewis's last 5 games. Predominantly coming off the bench, he's been a starter the last 2 times out for Taylor. Blocks, 2 for Taylor, 1 for Furman, and 1 for Day. 7 blocks for Huntington, 2 apiece for Landon Jordan and Gage McGuire. Taylor turned it over 14 times tonight. That led to 14 Huntington points. The Foresters are great at keeping the ball and not turning it over. They gave it away just 6 times. That led to just 4 Taylor points this evening. Other numbers of note, points in the paint went the way of Huntington, 32-24. Second chance points, 11 second chance points on 7 offensive rebounds for the Foresters. Taylor had 6 second chance points on 8 offensive caroms. Fast break points, 6-4 in favor of Huntington, and the Huntington bench outscored the Taylor bench 24-14. There were no ties. There were no lead changes tonight. Huntington scored the first 4 points of the game. Taylor got a 3-pointer from Jackson Olm to trail 4-3. But then in the blink of an eye, Huntington went on a 7-0 run to take an 11-3 lead. They would not look back. After that, they had a biggest lead tonight of 32 points. That came 90 seconds into the second half. We'll take a break and come back with more of the Ivanhoe's post-game show. We'll take a spin around the Crossroads League out-of-town scoreboard when we come back here on the Ivanhoe's post-game show on the Trojan Sports Network, presented by UBS.
94-98, and it was a very transformational time for me and my wife. That went to Taylor as well, and for us, Taylor, I kind of look at Taylor as a place you go, not to go get a job after 4 years, but it really is like a 40-year preparation of your life. And I tell my Taylor stories all the time, to the point where my employees are probably sick of it. I kind of look at the basketball team and I look at Josh and I think he's the right guy, and I like to support the right guy. I think the core of what they have is really good. Josh has been developing men, and I think that's really important at a school like a Taylor, to think of it as winning basketball games and competing at a high level, but also developing people so that they can go on to the world and make things happen. I look at the student experience at Taylor right now. It's as high as it's ever been. It's off the charts. And so when I think about prospective kids and the kids that we have, I look at it and say, you can't beat a good program with a really good school.
The Montage Financial Group at UBS is the official sponsor of Taylor University men's basketball.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
If you get sick, you can trust that we will take care of you. As a Magnet-designated healthcare system, our expert team will create a personalized plan to get you back on your feet. Marion Health. Great care from great people.
Welcome back here to the Ivanhoe's post-game show. Rick Johnson joined by the head coach of the Trojans, Josh Andrews. There's an offensive onslaught tonight from Huntington. You got it to 4-3 in the first half. They go on a 7-0 run to make it 11-3, and they just did not seem to miss all night. What led to such hot shooting from the Foresters this evening?
You know, we just didn't have the fight defensively that we needed to. Now, I don't think a lack of desire, just the execution, the toughness required to make them take really tough shots. Now, they did make some tough shots, but we struggled guarding a good line at the point of the ball screen as a team. It's a Team D thing there, and just didn't close Lane Sparks as tight as we needed to, you know, at times, both first and second half. And then when you start overcommitting, and then other guys make you pay. And at the same time, we had a handful of live ball turnovers in the first half, really hurt us, turned into points for them. And they're a high-power offensive team, so you get that going. I think you couple that with us having, I thought, pretty good looks in the first 10 minutes and did not make nearly as many as we needed to be throwing punches. If it was going to be a game to see who could play in the 90s, we're getting beat, but the margin they created in the first half was just too much to overcome.
What do you think your team's start to the second half? Because you guys were down 30 early, 90 seconds in, or 32 in, and then you go as guys on a quick run, almost a quick 10-0, 12-0 run. Caden Furman was the head of that man, scoring 8 or 10 in a row at one point. What did you think of the approach out of the locker room?
Yeah, our guys, they're not laying down. They're frustrated. You know, that's a tough halftime talk and plan, because you very rarely you're going to come back down 27, and it's not what we wanted. But they got character. You know, we picked up full court. Maybe more so than we should have. We're not a full-court team for 40 minutes, but I thought we showed good fight. Did some good things from an execution standpoint and made some adjustments to how they were trapping the post or trapping the ball screen, things that we need to be able to do in real time in the first half to make quicker adjustments, and we're not there right now. So we're going to keep growing and love our guys. They're pushing, they're frustrated, and we're trying to get solutions for them, and we're going to come back and get better tomorrow.
How much can a game like this help you going into the last game of the first half of league play Saturday against a Bethel team that is another high-octane offense that has some pretty good size up front? They're not exactly similar to what Huntington brings, but they do have there's a lot of similarities when they look in the mirror.
Got some serious firepower, and we got to accept the challenge. We have to get better. This time of year, you're not getting drastically better from practices, that type of thing. Just technique, mentality, psyche, being rested. Being students of the game, and just we have to win collectively. And when we're 5 guys together the way this team needs to be, we're pretty tough. Got to do it for 40 minutes, and got to believe this game. The way they trapped the post, the ball screen, a few of the things they did.
Head coach Josh Andrews joining us here on the Ivanhoe's Posting Show. We're back to wrap it up next here on TSN.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard here in the Crossroads League as we barrel down on the final game of the first half of the conference play coming up on Saturday for everybody except Grace and Bethel, as we mentioned, they will play their game that was supposed to be this past Saturday. The men and the women will play coming up on Wednesday. So a quick look at the game that's still going on right now. That game just tipping off in Goshen. Indiana Wesleyan leads by 20, 47-27 over the Maple Leafs on the road there. And now to the finals. Bethel goes in and defeats Spring Arbor tonight by a final of 74-66. Bethel moves to 14-3 on the year. They're 5-2 in the league. That is who Taylor gets on Saturday. Spring Arbor falls to 10-8. They are now 3-5 in the league. Other couple of finals. Grace wins by 21 at home over St. Francis, 85-64. The Lancers remain undefeated on the year. And the big upset of the night, Mount Vernon Nazarene upsets Marion 93-90 on the road in Indianapolis. Take a look at some of the big players today. Bailey Conrad had 24 to lead the way for MVNU. Gus Etchison for Marion had 42 of their 90 points. The problem for him tonight is no one else scored more than 9 to help out Gus tonight, who went 16 of 30 from the field, 5 of 12 from 3, and 5 of 6 from the line for, again, 42 points. By the way, he also had 7 assists and 3 steals. Now that young man's going to need some ice and an ice bath and a bunch of ice and everything else going the way for him. Take a look at how that game ended. Again, 93-90. Kate Grutziger got fouled with Mount Vernon up by 1. He made both free throws, and Brody Whitaker missed a 3 at the horn, and that is how Marion wasted a 42-point night from Gus Etchison. With the win tonight, Huntington now moves ahead for solo possession of 4th place thanks to the Marion loss. Huntington now 4th place in the Crossroads League at 5-3. They are 12-6 overall. Taylor falls to 2-6 in the league, 7-11 on the year. Trojans wrap up the first half of league play Saturday on the road at Bethel. That's a 3 o'clock tip time, a 1 o'clock tip time for the women's game that will precede it. Special programming note, we told you about this around Silent Night time when the fine folks from CBS Sports came and interviewed a couple of our players. They would be Anton Webb, Caden Furman, also interviewed head coach Josh Andrews and athletic director Kyle Gould. That feature will premiere on Inside College Basketball on Big CBS, not CBS Sports Network, Big CBS on Saturday. The show starts at 12:30. We hear the feature will be about 12:40. So you know where to go to get your Silent Night fix coming up on Saturday. It was wonderful to have those guys here. And that feature, again, gets debuted on Inside College Basketball before CBS's big day of college hoops on Saturday. Show starts at 12:30 on Saturday. You can watch that, and then you can watch the women tip things off at Bethel up in Mishawaka. Special thanks to Meredith McFarland, our producer tonight. Camera operator was Colin Norman. The executive producer of the Trojan Sports Network is Seth Michael. Final tonight from inside Odell Arena was Huntington 92, Taylor 66. The Forsters move to 12-6 on the year, 5-3 in the league. The Trojans fall to 7-11, 2-6 in the Crossroads League. Until we talk to you again, which will be January 31st with the Trojans with 2 road games coming up. There's a man carrying an axe through Odell Arena right now. He's got one hand on it. There's no protective on the end of that axe, but the basketball almost bounced up and almost hit the end of that axe. That would have been detrimental to that basketball. But again, man carrying an axe, so Huntington is protected on the ride home to Huntington in case, a lunatic lumberjack jumps out on the road and tries, to stop the derailment of the Huntington bus. Either way, they got a man with an axe, and that's fun. Taylor loses tonight, final 92-66. We'll talk to you back on January 31st. The Trojans on the road Saturday up at Bethel. They start league play on the road again on the 27th at St. Francis. We'll have them here with the men's and women's doubleheader against Mount Vernon Nazarene on the final day of January. Till then, we say goodnight from Upland, Indiana. This has been a presentation of Taylor Men's Basketball on the Trojan Sports Network, presented by UBS.
proceeding has been a presentation of the Trojan Sports Network.